Hi, Jeremy. You hear me?
I can hear you, Carl. Can you hear me?
Yep. Hi, Brad.
How's it going?
All right. How are you? Hi,
Good.
Jeremy.
Coaching girls basketball tonight.
Couldn't think of anything more exciting, Brad.
Oh, go from one sport to the next.
Yep. Wow. When did that start?
Last week.
Jeez.
Yeah. So we're at Northside tonight. We were at Elm Lawn last week. So.
And how are they doing?
Sure, it's fun. It's fourth grade. We're not going pro yet.
Not yet.
Are you golfing in the rain tonight?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I just practiced a little bit tonight. I got tied up in a bunch of things this afternoon, so I said I got to hit some today. So I did.
Shut down my office. I was like closing the blinds. I'm like, is that Carl's car? Is he golfing in the rain? Dedicated individual.
Yeah, I just had to get out and hit some.
It was warm.
It was. I was dying to get out earlier because it didn't rain that much earlier in the day.
It was actually very surprisingly warm, like humid.
Yeah. But it felt much better than like 45 degrees. So there you go. Looks like Tom is joining us. I see Thomas.
Hey, Tom, you on?
You can hear us, Tom. I think you're still on mute. So.
Tom, you on by chance?
Apologize for the dog, guys. I'm taking this meeting from home, which I never do. For that,
no problem. I love dogs.
She's very needy. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, we can, Tom.
Wow. Okay, sorry. Let's start the meeting.
Hey, Tom, can you throw your video on?
I'm struggling to do that too.
Or if I can, there you
There
go.
you are.
Wow. And that's after a career in IT.
You know, Tom, I wasn't going to say anything, but
Yeah. Right. Say what you will, man. I'm certain it's true. I was listening. You played in the rain today?
no, I just practiced. So, but I was in the rain. So.
Huh. Not much difference there for me. Nobody here from the public?
Well, so why don't we officially start the meeting? Sorry, since you didn't have video on, Tom. Sorry about that. So
Okay.
6:32.
Let's start over.
Okay.
It's officially open.
6:32 is the official starting time. Okay.
I see no one here from the public. We will jump to the reading of the acceptance of the minutes.
I make a motion to accept them.
Hold on,
Oh,
really
thanks,
quick.
Mark.
Can we go back, Mark? Sorry.
Sorry.
Robert Owens Jr. is on, so I didn't know if he wanted to say anything or not.
Oh, I didn't see him here anywhere.
I didn't either till just now.
I don't wish to speak.
Okay.
All right. We have a motion on the floor to approve the minutes.
That was me, Mark. Yes.
I need a second.
I
will
second
second
it,
that.
Michelle.
Unless Michelle seconds it before me. So Michelle, you second.
Yeah, we got Mark, then Michelle.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Passed.
Nice job memorializing all of that, Carl. That was a lot there. So nice job on that.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that.
You bet.
Capital budget and reserve discussion.
Okay. So as promised, we'd make this pretty concise. This is going to be geared around the maintenance building, right? I just want to give you just a quick update, just so that we all understand what we're working with. Let me just pull up the documents. You all have the updated kind of financials, right? In
Yep.
front of you?
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
we can see them. Yep.
All right. So this number, you know, this, what's that? So this number, this 4.169, that is as of like 4 p.m. this evening. Okay. So those are our gross revenues. This is still pretty accurate. I did make a couple tweaks that increased this a little bit. This number here, that's the assessment for Pleasant View Road. You know, we got this nice bill for, and I'm saying this tongue in cheek, of course. Hey, we put a sidewalk in adjacent to your property, and you need to pay for it, right? I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's our assessment that we owed the city for the multi-use path that they put in. This is the adjusted gross or payment in lieu of taxes based on our gross sales receipts. And then now this reflects the budget pending the bid approval on the maintenance building, right? And so that leaves us year end of roughly 1.1, which puts us right where we want to be, that goal. So that's not the concern, right? I just want you to see the future. Now, this is what we are potentially looking at for next year, you know, with our capital expenditures and leaving us with that $500,000. But then I still need to get some numbers of, we saw the numbers for, if you recall, in the future, trying to get the cart fleet potentially changed over to a battery operated cart fleet. A lot of things need to happen. And the first thing is, and we talked about this, first thing is that putting green needs to be moved. And, you know, we're looking at about $500,000 to move the putting green is a quote that we got because of what we want to do. It's not just about just moving the putting green. It's also a lot of, you know, we'll call it cart path work, and then the possible relocation of 9 Woods Green due to the relocation of the putting green. So all of these numbers in the future will basically be adjusted on what we want to do. We talked about the putting green. We talked about the clubhouse expansions to sustain those golf outings. And then we talked about, you know, potentially the cart barn addition. I do not have numbers just yet on what those are going to cost, but I want to show you, you know, basically where we're going to be at. Back, you know, like 2026 would be potentially the first step of relocating the putting green, potentially. And that puts us down in here. And then if we wanted to do something with the clubhouse, which I don't have numbers just yet, that does put us down in here. The cart barn is probably going to be $800 some thousand, and that puts us in here, right? So I just kind of showing you where we're at. And then of course, obviously if we don't have these massive capital expenditures, then we start building our contingency fund or capital reserve fund back up to that $1 million goal that we always kind of strive for. The other option is in 2026, we could delay the, you know, the relocation of the cart barn, or excuse me, of the putting green, excuse me. And then you can see what that does to our numbers, right? So there's some decisions that we need to make in the future once we have more information. But right now, the information is this: the maintenance building came in over budget. that still has to be a priority. We have to expand this maintenance building. Right? If we want to get those Firefly mowers in there, or if we want to get any battery operated mowers in there in the future, it just has to happen. So now we're going to work with presumably we approve the bid, and we'll work with Iconica to see if we can maybe be a little bit more cost effective on some things to try to get that number down. But right now we're $200,000 over budget ish. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's where it puts us. Any questions?
No.
No,
Why is 2025 your receipts for customers lower than 2024?
Great question. That's what we budgeted. That's our approved budget.
Okay.
So these are actuals. This is actual right now. This is an assumption. We'll call it a guesstimate, right? And then these are budgeted numbers over here. Okay, good question.
Why did we never, or apparently never, factor in increasing our capital reserve by at least annual inflation?
We did. We moved from 300 to 350 in 2026.
Yeah, but then it's flat again.
Yep, correct. I mean, we just never have talked about that, Tom,
Okay, well, something for future discussion.
for sure.
Okay,
So, I still feel comfortable about this next year, even if we come in under budget. I still feel, I mean, I feel good at 560 some $1,000. But that probably is going to, once we gather information, we're going to have to make some serious decisions on the timeline of 2026, 27, 28.
Right.
I'm comfortable with it dropping down there. I mean, I know we'd like to be at $1 million every year, but there's going to be years where you've just got some projects you need to do that are going to take some chunks out of that. And I don't see any issues as far as the number dropping way down where it's like, wow, we're not going to be able to do some things if this holds true. So
yeah, I
number
agree.
fluctuates. I'm good with it.
There's an ebb and flow to the demands on that fund, and we just have to work with it and expect it's going to happen. And we cannot get along without doing the maintenance bill.
Right.
Too bad it came in under budget, but you look at all the bids, and this is the least over budget of the bunch. Got to do it. Other comments?
Well, that sums it up. That's good.
All right.
What do you
Jeremy?
need from us, Jeremy? Do you need anything from us on this Iconica bid or?
Yep. So what I need is your recommendation to approve the bid, and we are on the agenda for Finance and Common Council on Wednesday night.
I'm good with it. I read it. I'll make that motion if we're at that point to accept that bid.
So before we move on to Mark's point, and any other further questions or comments in regards to the future here? And
No.
again, as soon as I get some estimates on the clubhouse expansion, maybe further estimates on the cart barn, I'll certainly let you all know. But right now, I think if we wanted to push forward with, say, a 2026 project of sorts of trying to get that putting green over there, right? So we probably need to add another something probably more than that, actually. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there would probably be our clubhouse to tie it in. You know, I could envision that we maybe relocate this late fall or something where we get plantings. So late fall, we construct early spring to tie in that putting green with the clubhouse, right? Because remember, they kind of go in together. And then we could potentially look at a cart barn here in 2028. But if we don't love where our numbers are, right, we can push this direction and look in 2029 for a 2030 rollover into potential a different fleet of carts. So we can play with the numbers however we want. I'm just giving you guys some where my head's at, right? But as we've been really diving into this research and understanding, you know, what we can and cannot do, I'm probably eyeballing this right there, 2030 number or timeline. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that puts us in a healthy position. It keeps us, I don't love dipping too far below that 500 number, just in case we have an off year, just in case something happens. And then expenses do increase up here because we're looking at adding more full-time staff members, a second assistant to supplement our golf staff, and then maintenance as well. So, and I want to take care of that stuff before we do any other things. So, okay.
Okay, we have a motion more or less on the floor. Mark, you want to word it like a motion as a,
boy, you want me to be a wordsmith now?
Go for it, Mark.
Motion. Yeah.
hey, you stuck your neck out, man.
Hold on.
Jeez.
Mark, hold on one second.
Yeah, I'm just, go ahead.
Let me pull up the document. Okay. And I'll share it on the screen.
Sure seems the recommendation from Blake or Parkitecture is Iconica, and he's got a comfort level there and whatnot, and it's the lowest bid. So yeah,
You could simply move approval of the lowest of the recommendation.
You guys have my memo, right?
yes.
Yes, we can see that.
So I think the motion should be that the Golf Advisory Committee supports and approves
Yeah.
the recommendation from our bid advisors, and that we move forward with the project.
With Iconica, yeah,
I'm getting pretty good at this. You want me to do it?
Am I
Yeah,
love it?
sure.
Yes.
You want
that'd
me
be
to word
great,
it?
Kim.
We're
Okay,
just a bunch of
That'd be
golfers,
great,
Kim.
right? I'm not a golfer, but I'm pretty sure I can make a motion. So I move that we send to the Personnel and Finance Committee approval of the Iconica bid for the building of the maintenance facility in an amount not to exceed $995,500.
Sound
Do I
like
hear a second?
No, I'll second it since I failed on the motion.
Didn't fail. You got to start it, Mark.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Discussion, please. Any discussion?
so. Kim, I'm just gonna. I think that motion is great. Here's kind of like my verbiage. The PVGCAC recommends approval Iconica bid to the Finance and Common Council for building of the maintenance facility in the amount not to exceed $995,500. Does that sound about right?
It sounds about right, but I think it has to go through finance before it goes to Common Council. And so finance approves it and then it goes to Common Council.
Yeah, you're spot on about that. To the finance, and then I said to finance and Common Council, but I could say and then Common Council.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But you're spot on. It has to go through finance and then Common Council.
Well, and I'm sure it'll go through finance at 6:30 and then common council will take it up at the meeting directly after.
You got it. Yep. And I plan to attend, Kim, because this is obviously a big ticket item. So it's, you know, I'll be there if there's questions.
Okay, cool.
Both the finance and common council.
Great. That's
Any-
good to know. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? We're finally going to move on our maintenance building.
Yes,
I
I
love
will
it.
second.
Congratulations, Jeremy. You worked on
Yeah.
this for a long time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been lots of years in the works for sure. Thank you so much, guys. This is great. And again, we will do our best. We'll work with Iconica and do our best to be as cost effective as possible. But I think things are just more expensive than we want it to be is the ultimate reality. So,
Yep.
okay.
But yes, I second that thought, Tom, that, you know, it's good. It's good to finally have this go through and have it move forward. So, and I also have a good feeling about the comfort level that we have in working with these guys. That was really good to see as well.
I don't see an item on our agenda of setting a future meeting date.
It's on there. Yeah.
I didn't see it. I saw
Future items and then date
future
or
items.
whatever.
Is it
Yeah.
embedded in there?
Yeah. I thought it was in there.
Well,
Maybe
we have
not.
to, no matter what. But Jeremy, how soon do we need to do it?
Yeah, you know, I think why don't we book one for November? I think that would put us November, because this is a special meeting, that right? This wasn't our normal meeting.
Right.
That's right.
We could theoretically book one for I don't think we should meet on the 18th, to be honest. As I say, this is 2 weeks from now. I've got nothing to report, right? You know, so why don't we maybe book it on the 16th of December? Thoughts?
I'm getting there.
It works for me.
Yeah, that date works for me. I don't
think we want to push it too further back.
Right.
Well, 16th works for me.
16th is probably okay for me. If not, Carl can handle this easily.
In 2 weeks, I'm happy to meet in 2 weeks.
I don't see any, I really don't see the need.
I don't either.
That sounds good to me, guys.
Yep.
Okay, so the 16th, 6:30 p.m. I'll do it via Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I just need
16th of
somebody-
December, 6:30.
and we'll do the standard, you know, like golf operation, financial update, all that good stuff. So,
Mhm.
and any updates on like the maybe clubhouse plan, any updates, I'll throw it all on there as normal.
Okay. All right.
Right.
And
So I just need
draft
somebody
up the-
to mark that we're done.
I declare us adjourned.
I love it.
Yeah.
6:51. Not too bad after that 3-hour meeting. All right.
All
Right?
right.
Missed
Like
out.
20 minutes on the dot. Good job, everybody.
Hey, thanks everybody. Really appreciate your time and all the effort with this building. It means a lot to us. I know that the maintenance staff is very eager to get it going. So thank you very much.
They are indeed.
You bet.
Thanks, Jeremy.
All right.
Good night,
Have a great
everybody.
night, everybody.
Good night.
See ya.
Bye.